breath held. Trepidation. The moon has many faces. We know your light. We seek, we wonder. The deer leaps at its reflection. A debt of knowledge we concede. A question like the ocean. We would run, roll with the tide, sink our fingers into, whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands. Disturb the dirt, but spare the blooms. Shake vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be. We spoke of flowers. We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find.
Safe to assume that the large glowing door is part of Sapadal's prison. Now, we just have to get past it.
Sapadal's prison, I think. What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever. That was a close one.
Seek!
Seems like we've drawn a crowd. Keep quiet.
Come on! Come on!
Someone's eager to meet us.
So, this is how you imprison a god.
Now, Tilly.
Worth and rock! Eat ahead!
You'd make a good animal.
Watch your right!
Hot. Let's get things.
Sick! Lava Ruby on Seek! Worth and Rob!
Bravo!
have come at last, after so long. You are so small. We questioned if you were real. Then steps. A voice. Now. The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your dream scourge will end when our... We were innocent once. We woke, but the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this. But you are here now. You found us. There is little time. We would... The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire. She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore. Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in... She pierces us now. Now! A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there. You will not. Center your thoughts. The path. We were everything. What have we lost? We could run, leap in the water, flourish. We must. We shall. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow. We trust you. You who have... You met death and imposed... It should have been better. We deserve mercy. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity. Do you think we have learned nothing? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? The beautiful thing. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said? More than anything, that is what... Treat us as you would the bear. Clean our wounds, heal... Grant us. The time has come. End our pain and the dream. Give us peace. Perhaps. What if the bear spirit came to inhabit a unity, emergence? We would become one. We could guide you. We could care for you. You would never be desolate again. You would never wonder about your place. You would not question if you were loved, and no one would... And we would never be alone. Breathe. Allow us in. Heart, spirit, lung, mind, you.
Depths.
It's paradise. But what?
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
That must have taken an incredible power. Beyond all mortal understanding. How do you feel? Glad it's not just me. Unfortunately, we don't have time to recuperate. Whatever happened back there, it appears our work isn't
Are you seeing this? I don't think parodies looked like this when we left.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly.
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
For once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even...
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that...
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream.
A dream without end.
Hey, you're looking a little green around. You all right? You seem...
We are whole of...
Have you ever known them to act normally? Anyway, better gird your loins on, boy, because it looks like trouble's... Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion.
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
Always better than the reverse.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there? You did what? What in Andra's depths does that mean?
I'm not sure. That's good.
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope time will tell.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land...
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a success.
Kid and God entwine. The flowers...
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Yes, let us be part of it.
Sansa, how did you make it out here?
They marched in with no warning. Envoy! What does the Garrote think they're doing? It's an outrage. What did the artisans or merchants do to them? First my assistants, now this. Why can't they settle these things over tea for once?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be here.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. God, I am sorry I can't. You always were a forgiving friend.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours.
Snow? Why is there snow here?
That's gotta be Ringgrim's work. I heard she made it snow in Shatterscorn.
A familiar face. We meet again, Envoy. And you, Yardsley. You're always a prodigious and welcome sight.
Oh, yes, always.
Paradise burns, thanks to Ludwine and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone.
She must have come back to life. Again. I suppose we couldn't be lucky enough for her to...
It's remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that'll be forgotten within centuries. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably... A tsunami inevitably rejoins the ocean as simple water. The analogy only really works. Envoy, please. You know there's no point lying to me. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with... Unfortunately, you'll likely be dead the next time I return to the Living Lands. Goodbye, Envoy. And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to...
Oh, yes. We'll, discuss that later.
My research awaits.
Giata! Envoy, I knew you'd show up eventually.
It's good to see a familiar face. How are you?
When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for... Likewise. Oh, and I've been meaning to... My revenants are docile again. No more rude this... Indeed. The metaphysical currents. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about it.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
We know you.
I do think it's a...
Fidelio sang for us. We must help him.
Hey, Envoy. Is that you?
Envoy, how did you... I don't know. Where did you come from? You just appeared out of nowhere. Once word about Paradis reached us, we were allowed to go. As much as you can. Yes, but more than... I'd just like for us to live lives that are free. For us. Not idea to determine our fates. It's going to be up to you, Envoy. I know you have much to do.
Trust your comrades, and you will lead each other to victory. The time for standing by is over.
Sure will miss that oasis, though.
As soon as my gun's cleaned, I'll get out there. Can't risk a jam on the battlefield. The living lands needs me.
Things moved fast while we were in the garden.
Envoy, didn't think I'd be seeing you again. From one battlefield to another.
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nakutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
Yes, we have become.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but.
What of this god, then?
Ludwig had intimated that this land grew a new god. But how can that be?
Giata and I have some theories about the nature of the Adra in the living lands.
I'd say we're past the point of theorizing.
If the Adra here is a closed system, like a terrarium for our souls, then a gradual accumulation of essence could coalesce into a being in the beyond.
Much like the formation of gemstones. All it takes is time and the right application of pressure.
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradis? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Nakutadek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakukubel. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, And the gods thought it best to imprison this god? How could you let such a creature go free?
Alas, I've found that rarely stops others from having opinions on what you've done.
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task Nanru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them their allegiance.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise. Inquisitor Ludwine has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days. But you wouldn't know it, judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
Regrettably, she's not in the business of making exceptions for people she deems oathbreaker. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible. Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden. The lawful settlement of a new Adirian colony, supposedly, or the establishment of a Wodican state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement. I suspect that's rather the point. If they don't believe in the strength of her convictions, she'll show them. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, a solemn oath. And neither the Steel Garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere.
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman. Very mature.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwine and the Tusks?
You could start with blaming your own incompetence.
Ludwine's the muscle. I'm merely the personality. What was I supposed to do? Frown her into submission?
What good are you as a diplomat if you can't even keep your own beast under control?
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adir that one people, one law, one true God. That's what Ludwine thinks. Adir doesn't revere Wodica as fervently as it once did. Worship of Margrin, Berith, even Aethys. Many no longer trust that the gods are listening. Some question whether they guide the wheel at all. The Empire lost its foothold in the Eastern Reach. The well-bred avoid child-rearing in pursuit of cosmopolitan pleasures. The Church is weak against them. In a world of soul against soul, Ludwig believes we have lost ours. The Empire must change, or it will die. How could I know what paths her convictions would take, but you and I both know she is not the only one in the Empire. Even the Emperor can see, in some sense, that she's right. Why else would we be here? What passes between Ludwig and her men, or between Ludwig and the Emperor, for that matter, is not... But if I had to guess, this was the alternative.
Your Empire is doing what it does best. Stamping out dissent.
Your republics are hardly any different. Their intentions in the Deadfire were certainly not pure.
As you say, we left the republics for a reason.
I can't wait to see how you weasel out of this one.
I know it will. We are leading by example, returning order and dignity to Perry. We will do the same to the frontier, given the chance.
Where was order and dignity when you burned Fior-Messiverno?
My administration had nothing to do with that, as I know you know. Adiran rule and rule by the Steel Garrote would be markedly different beasts.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat. Splitting hairs when it all comes from the same head.
Order and dignity. That's what you think we're missing? Bastards! All of you!
You will take it all, whether the chance is given to you or not.
The Inquisitor answers only to Wodica. In attacking Paradise, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the Emperor's desires. Ludwig agrees. Our success would model the order and dignity of the Steel Garrote.
You can say what you want, but you're still trying to subjugate us.
You think I'll ignore what I've seen with my own eyes? The Empire has brought...
When I think dignity, I think of the people who attacked Fior-Messiverno unprovoked.
I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you. Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advice. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here. Well, don't leave me in suspense.
Yes, this is our island.
Oh, gods have mercy.
Solus and her wardens stand vigil with the living lands.
By grit and steel, Thirdborn stands with the living lands.
Fior and her animancers stand with the living lands.
We deserve this opportunity. Thank you for believing in us.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the politics.
Good. They made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis, and eventually the island.
The Living Lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks. Ludwine must die her final death.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you for deserving it. Now, go and teach the Steel Garrote a lesson they will never forget.
Show them that the Living Lands will not be broken across Vodka.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, may all the gods of Eor...
Let's take back the city together. Show the Steel Garrote how the Living Lands takes care of its own.
Let's go free a city, shall we?
Fighting alongside the militia, but it feels right. Like we're fighting for the survival of the lands.
Now we can...
You should get some sleep. Makes sense. It's a lot to think about. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's... You know, I've never seen a bear go to war. They fight. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for... what? We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradis until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine. Really. Right. Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap. I'll be all right, Envoy. You go get some blessed day rest.
So, the Living Lands is going it alone. It's exciting, but...
Can't sleep? We're going into battle for the soul of the Living Lands. Your Emperor will not be pleased. Since politics invaded my home, when a godlike fights in battle, people take note. The Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't. Only a little bit. Just enough to keep me up at night. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your... I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting. Time for you to get some rest. When I agreed to travel with you, I didn't think I'd find myself, but So imagine my surprise when you gave the living lands a chance to unite. Granted, it was an uphill climb. The Dream Scourge exposed our weaknesses, but thanks to our struggle, the island finally knows itself. I can't wait to see what we do with that freedom. Agreed. We fought hard just to defend what's up. But to answer your question, the future looks bright. In truth, I'm not as worried. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished peace. Ludwig is held together by faith. And that... Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sapadal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are. Yes, but she's weaker than she knows. If not in you are the godlike of a heretical god. A country. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire... Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Is it really that obvious? No matter who wins or loses, the living... In my heart, I know that's a good thing. Life is impossible. I just want to put this behind us. You want to talk? Neither can I. I never used to believe in destiny. All of that would be... What are the odds that you and I meet? And after a series of mishaps... Once in a lifetime, at best. I don't know if that was destiny at work, but it feels significant. Whatever you choose to call it. A coincidence like this does not happen ever. Let's appreciate it for what it is. Anything in... Thanks for talking. We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now, we cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize. Emerald Stair was bad enough. I don't want to think. Let's hope it all works out in the end. Because the other gods aren't coming to answer. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for... Just be careful what you wish for. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time. Not before I've done some reading.
Found.
Oh, big.
You're going.
Another soul for you.
Found you.
We've got company.
Need a new outfit.
I'm with you.
Your reputation is well deserved.
We shall tear your enemies apart.
Don't worry about the eastern gate. I'll protect your back. Yatsnik, remind me not to make you mad.
least we're taking some...
Envoy? What? I thought you left town weeks ago. About time. You're the only one Ludwig will... I saw a few on my way here. I imagine... Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead. Maybe... Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank... Why should I? It's always... I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot a long... Well, you're here.
We should go now, while the fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Should we wait till the Garot set this bar alight?
They have thaumaturges out there. You saw them.
And soon there'll be thaumaturges in here.
What have you stayed there? Just until we've cleared them.
Lead the way.
Get him! Stop right there.
Everybody all right?
Let's finish this.
Make it worth it.
Envoy over here. What exactly do you think you're doing? You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And now look at you, fighting the Steel Garot. What have you got to say for yourself? Well, at least you're alive. Try and keep it that way. We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. War is a... You'd know better than anyone. Wait a second. Jada? Jada Castell?
Surviving. It's good to see you, Liviana. Do you need anything?
Once this is over, I could always use another pair of hands at the...
Thank you, but I've decided to tough it out as an... Can you manage without me?
Are you kidding? Besides, I've got Chico on bandage duty. Gods be with you, Envoy. For my sake, try...
Wonderful advice. Let's try to follow it, shall we?
It's wrong!
Nicely done!
Let's go. I've got the plaza under control.
It's easy when you do it.
And stay down.
Do we even know what we're doing here?
Monica demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Let's pay Ludwig one final visit, shall we? Let's make sure she stays dead this time. All right, dearie?
There you are. Envoy. So, you survived the garden, but you're not as you were. Oh, Envoy, what did you do?
We have become... Tell her. No, That is not what we will say. Tell her.
It's talking to you, isn't it? There won't be a you.
Dearie? You did what now?
Your envoy has made themselves an abomination. A threat to the very foundations of Aora. Say your goodbyes while you can. Your envoy is nearly gone.
There will never be another you again, Envoy. And I'm sorry to hear...
Quiet. This is what we wanted. This is what I wanted. I will never...
You can't even speak to comfort your friends, can you? You poor... You had a life of your own.
Beloved, from the moment of your birth, your life was always mine. Now, leave my land in peace.
You know I can't do that, Phoebe. You are a parasite. One that will destroy Adib. Farewell.
There's no coming back this time.
You won't be missed, Lud.
You can't hope to win, parasite. I'll put you down as many times.
Every seed in the soil, I will always grow.
Come on! Let's kill her off! One last time!
Stay safe!
Something that hurts!
Whoa, Queen among queen! Send me your aid!
Your river of power runs dry. She doubts. How does it feel to be alone?
Wounded!
Grow up.
Watch your right!
Again! Wounded heart! Help me! One last time! It wasn't wrong! Go on, tank! Ethic wasn't wrong!
Worth and wrong!
Ethic wasn't wrong!
Worth and wrong! And wrong!
Where are you? No! Don't abandon me now! I am the soul of this land! You have no power over me anymore!
Worth and wrong!
Couldn't have done it better.
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Guys, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Dead now. The roots will have her, and we will have you. Nothing will separate us forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. Thanks to you, the Living Lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. Paradis's rebels cannot accept your version of independence. After the assassin Egwolf died in custody, only a few of his people ally themselves with the United Settlements. To them, you will always be the oppressor. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. For the people of Shatterscarp, independence is bittersweet. Those who cannot withstand the grief inflicted by Ringgrim's spell leave the settlements, vanishing into the wilderness. Those who remain find themselves forced to cooperate with others, often begrudgingly. With so many dead, the need to stave off hunger outweighs any distaste for certain trading partners. Solace Keep clings to its long-held isolation at first. But after mourning her friend Kostya, Mihala reluctantly deigns to open the doors of the fortress. Some dwarves greet newcomers with glee. Others still mutter darkly about outsiders. Mihala flounders in her earliest negotiations with the rest of the Living Lands, but slowly learns compromise. She develops a taste for Valian sweets. When Kai returns to Thirdborn, he's no longer running. He finds a town that's been diminished by struggle, conflict, and tragedy. He finds home. He helps repair with many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed. Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the Living Lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors no longer under the threat of imminent death, Yachtley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace,
you will fight us for a long time, but you will lose. Our roots burrow through the walls of your muscles and the halls of your heart, tenderling through organs and bones. Every day, they spread further and deeper. Soon, you'll understand how much we love you, how much we need you. You will not remember why you fought, not for long.
The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
You are so small. Then steps. Now. The rot. We feel it. Your dream scourge will end. We were innocent once. But the other gods... But you are here now. You found... There is little time. The Strangler is close now. We feel her what? She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore. Blood on the top. The people's cries ring in our... She pierces us now. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. You can reach her. Will the garden to open. It will take you there. Breathe. Folk, we were everything. We could run, leap in the water, flourish. We must. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow. We hear your word. You met death and imposed. It should have been better. We deserve mercy. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity. And yet, you trusted the mage who turned so many souls. We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a... Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? Yes, we have seen what he... We asked what he would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said? More than anything, treat us as you would the bear. Grant, the time has come. End our pain. Give us peace. Perhaps. What if the bear's spirit, unity, emergence, we would become one? We could guide you. You would never be desolate again. You would not question if you were... And we would... freedom. We see your focus. Center your... Clear the fog. Tear... We were so blind, so lost. We feel... We will grow. Tend. Flower. We will remember you.
Depths.
It's paradise. But what happened here?
Gods, I can't believe this.
We should get down there quickly. Make sure we don't miss any of the fun.
Are we back in Dawnshore?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. Doubtful. While they were in chain...
Are you seeing this? I don't...
Looks like the war already started.
Marius, vines don't use...
Based on their growth and size,
For once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time?
It's like how a body fights an infection.
Look at this place. Feels like we're still in the dream. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barrack.
Even Rain Cream is here.
I think I see Elia as well.
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent.
Always better than the reverse. Before we go, what happened back there?
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
Time will tell, I suppose.
After all this time, they're free.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god.
Kin and God entwine.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever's...
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be...
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place...
When you didn't return.
What did you see there?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the...
Everyone, please, please. We could get... It's been weeks, Envoy.
Sapadal was responsible for the dreams.
But the plague isn't over.
There won't be any new... Unfortunately, this will be a
I suppose it stands to reason. What of this god, then? Ludwig had intimated that this land grew...
Giada and I have some theory.
I'd say we're past the point.
If the Andre here is a closed system, like a...
Much like the formation of gemstones.
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the root. They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards...
Naku Tedek was riven with those things.
We saw similar destruction at Nakukubel. And the gods thought it best to imprison this god?
Let's hope they don't decide to further amend.
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people.
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task not...
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the box. But come, Inquisitor Ludwig. You did. Well, she's...
Ludwig's plowed through...
All right, let's keep... So long as her passion for Wodaka...
Then we destroy... I have a theory about this.
Oh, good. That'll be easy.
It is not, I think... Well, you might not believe me. It was Ludwig who...
I didn't hear an answer.
She and... Ludwig has sent a message. What will his representatives find? Before you face Ludwig, you should know what... But whatever you decide, Well? I believe you'll find the Emperor agrees.
Solus will have no part in this, now or...
Thirdborn refuses to be involved. Test our cannons at your peril.
Fjord will be free and practice animancy, so long as I'm on this side.
We should never have tolerated a single Adiran on our shore.
What?
It is decided. That leaves them... Not... You must...
Whatever happens...
She better say her goodbye.
I'm proud to fight it.
Let's get to work then. We gotta walk...
The Paradise Militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter.
Her demands your submission. Stand against her and fall. There you are. So, did you come all this way just to try your luck again? You'll get your chance. He failed.
Her order wields sharp steel.
Oh, but it is. Some wounds must be cut. The only question is, what's to be done?
Her mind is already made up.
Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in there. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know... Do not patronize me. I have... Steel yourself, Envoy.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
All this time, I knew you'd be worthy prey. Farewell.
There's no coming back.
You won't...
Once I'm... Your god of flesh!
Let's finish this.
We are every seed in the soil. We we will always grow.
Come on! Let's kill her off! One last shot!
Don't you die on me!
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Guys, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradise militia rallies to you. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores. The dream scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing. You tell them the truth. How the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. The Living Lands is now a colony of the Adiran Empire. New governments replace the old. An imperial law reigns over the frontier. An age of order and discipline. The rebels of Paradise come to learn that resistance is... The refugees of Emerald Stair reach the ashes of Fior Messiverno. The older Thirdborners who remember Rawatai know that life under an empire is cyclical. In time, Adir's might will fade. But the younger kith of the settlement remember what Thirdborn used to be, while having lost so many to an archmage's spell, and straining under the yoke of an empire. For a brief but hopeful moment, Solace Keep opens the fortress doors to the new rulers of the Living Lands, allowing Adirans to come and go as they please. But the peace does not hold. Lacking patience for the Empire's unyielding demands, Mihala shuts the doors once again, issuing a warning. When Kai returns to Thirdborn, he's no longer running.
With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now... Giada continues to improve as an animate. No longer under the threat of imminent... Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sapadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. Sapadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, the sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with...
come at last. After so long, you are so small. We questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil. You persevered. Now, you are here. They choked our light, clipped our wings, pinned our hands. We felt only the bars, the shackles. They did not explain. We wish it could have been different. We only wanted connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh. She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore. The prey flees, hides. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now, we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open. A mountain of essence. We strain, but it will move for you. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills. We must. We shall. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow. You met. We only want the same. You owe us this. And yet, you trusted the mage who turned so many souls into kindling. We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want... Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? Yes. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a... Yes. We long... The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long. What if the bear spirit came to a unity? Emergence, we would think of it. You would never be desolate again. You would not question if you were, and we would never be. What? Perhaps we deserve this. Yes. At least we shall know peace. Silence, stillness. We are done, unsown. Peace.
We should get down there quickly. Make sure we don't miss any of the fun.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
That must have taken an incredible power.
Looks like the war already started. And the giant...
Marius, vines don't...
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone too...
For once, I wish I... What? Who knows?
It's like how a body...
Look at this place. Feels like those are more your people's ships in the harbor. And steel garrote banners past the barricades.
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we get to see an Archmage in action.
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
Always better than the reverse.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us. Glad the Dream Scourge is over, but I can't help but think killing a god will have consequences.
I'm sure it wasn't easy. But I think that's for the best, Envoy.
I can't believe Sapadal is gone. For better or worse, the spiritual health of the living lands depended on them. What now?
We took out the Dream Scourge and Sapadal in one fell swoop. Quite impressive, really.
Some problems just keep rearing their ugly heads no matter what you do. Good news is, we've gotten pretty skilled at dealing with them.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Envoy? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Makutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole...
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them...
It's been weeks, Envoy.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. The raid.
But the plague isn't over.
There won't be any new infections. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already. This will be a process.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix... What of this god? I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Parades? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Nakutedek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakuku Bell. If these roots and the Dream Scourge and the gods saw fit to cage them, sounds like the envoy did the living lands a favor in destroying them.
The only humane end for a rabid dog is to put it down.
Sapadal was something new in the history of Eora, and you destroyed them. I cannot begin to fathom the loss.
Sapadal was Nandru's patron god. With them gone, what does that mean for the Wardens, for legacy?
The devastation of Shatterscarp was the fault of this infant god. Can't say I'll miss him.
Well, whomever takes this island in the end will live in freedom from fear of a resurgent plague, thanks to you. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Parades. Inquisitor Ludwine has already...
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't...
Well, she's seen better days.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm...
All right. Let's keep the similes to our...
Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be... So long as her passion for Wodika lives. So...
Then we destroy her faith? I have a theory about this.
Oh, good.
It is not, I think... Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want... It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden.
We've had no news. From what we can observe...
Is there nothing our people...
Given we expect the people trapped inside will run short of...
We brought as many hail and able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from Nakuku Bell, we could spare so few.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the eruption. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair, particularly if we are to endure a siege. Most of my men remain at the keep.
Well, that's been a point. We can't agree on how to stand against the Steel Garrote, nor who...
Nobody wants to risk their people at the front.
So you let the Parades militia go it alone?
Even if our meager forces should...
The siege won't end until Ludwine does. And not...
Precisely. The law... Or she... I suspect that... Remember, that neither the Steel Garrote nor the Queen that was look kindly upon Oathbreakers. Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here. Well, don't...
Oh, God.
Sorlus and her... by grit and...
Fjord and her...
We deserve this
Fighting a battle.
God, they made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense.
On your head be the... At least you must...
The living lands will...
She better...
I'm proud to fight at you.
Let's get to work then. We gotta...
The Paradise militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future...
Thank you.
Shut...
We will... May all the gods of Eora and the living...
Let's take back the city together.
Let's...
Stop yet! I'm with you!
Worth and roll!
Stop right there! Take the Inquisitor round!
Let's pay Ludwig one final visit, shall we?
So, you survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time? You'll get your chance. Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through cotton. He failed. Order is meant... Don't insult my intelligence or my commitment to the cause. Treaties can be burned. The hands which shook over whatever deal you struck can be lopped off at the wrist. As for you, Sapadal may be gone, but their offspring remains. Congratulations. I'm merely finishing what you started. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember. My fate keeps me fair.
There's no coming back this time.
You won't be...
You showed such promise. What a shame it has to be. Let's finish this.
Try something that's...
On, let's... Hello. One last time!
Wherever Ludwig is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Guys, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding it. There is an absence in your thoughts where Sapadal dwelled. Once, the god of the living lands would have flinched at this rare moment of tranquility. The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever, you take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on the Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning. You tell them the truth, how the origin of the plague has been destroyed, put out of its misery, and leave it at that. Thanks to you, the living lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. Paradise's rebels cannot accept your version of independence. After the assassin Eagle, the refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits. For the people of Shatterscarp, independence is bittersweet. Those who cannot withstand the grief inflicted by Ringgrim's spell leave the settlements, vanishing into the wilderness. Those who remain find themselves. Solace Keep clings to its long-held isolation at first. But when Kai returns to Thirdborn, he's no longer running. He finds with many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the living land. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the animancers. Reunited with her beloved, alone in your thoughts, you feel endless opportunities stretching out before you. This is the freedom Sapadal never had. You promise to cherish it.